the job cuts at UBS. Talk us through this report.
Yeah, so the report gave it a breakdown. It said up to 11,000 staff within Switzerland, and then 25,000 globally as well. And so, of course, that's 30% of the almost 30% of the 125,000 combined headcount at the two banks, and much more than the 9,000 that Credit Suisse was embarking on before the takeover. And really, this just reflects the scale of this merger and the scale of the overlaps of the two businesses, and also probably reflects UBS's pledge to downsize Credit Suisse's investment bank. So probably, at least globally, a lot of those cuts will come from the investment bank. And then you're looking at domestically, of course, these are two big banks that are on the high street of most towns in Switzerland. And so, you've got a lot of overlap there, branches next to each other that are really going to have to be downsized. And, that's going to result in thousands of job cuts.
Russell, we reported a criminal probe into the takeover. What are the Swiss prosecutors looking for here?
Yeah, so the Swiss Attorney General hasn't really given any specifics on this. Let me just read you what they said. They said, due to the relevance of the events, they intend to proactively fulfill their mandate and responsibility to contribute to a clean Swiss financial centre. So really, they're basically saying that this is such a hugely significant event for Switzerland that they really have to fulfill their duty to check for any possible signs of criminal wrongdoing leading up to the takeover. They didn't give any specifics on potential areas of suspicion. One local media report thought that it might have been something to do with leaks in the days of the negotiations, but we don't know the details yet, but we can be sure that the Attorney General will be all over this.
Russell, we've got HSBC holding its shareholder meeting later today. We thought that Noel Quinn had perhaps seen off the pressures that coming from various quarters here to split the bank up and spin off assets. So what are we looking at today?
Yeah, so Noel Quinn, CEO, and also the chairman, Mark Tucker, are going to be speaking in Hong Kong today to local shareholders there. Remember, Hong Kong shareholders are quite a big chunk of the shareholder base, about a third of the shareholders, and also they're quite vocal, quite organised, and they can expect to field questions about that spin-off that's being mooted by, the biggest shareholder, Ping An, and also a local and activist investor as well that has managed to get this put on to the agenda for next month's AGM. So HSBC has been urging shareholders to vote against that proposal. At today's meeting today, CEO Quinn and Chairman Tucker will be sort of advocating their side of the story, why the bank should be sticking as one business globally.